Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some information about Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. We're going to go over just a quick little bit of information on the article, and then we're going to dive into the technical analysis for those of you who own this stock or looking to get into the stock. And before we do, just to reiterate, not a financial advisor. Make sure that you do your own research. Also, if you find value in the video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So it says Tesla shares fall after deliveries drop 8.5% from a year ago. It goes on to state that deliveries are the closest approximation of sales reported by Tesla, but are not precisely defined in the company's shareholder communications. Tesla published on Tuesday that the first quarter vehicle production delivery numbers report fell 8.5% from a year ago and about 20% from the fourth quarter. Here are the key numbers. Total deliveries, Q1 of 2024, 386,810. Total production, 433,371. So vehicle production declined 1.7 year over year and 12.5 sequentially for Tesla. Shares dropped about 6.5%. So I'm not going to go too much more into detail on that. I'm going to link this in the description below if you want to read through all this, because a lot of it's kind of repetitive as far as the numbers go. But that's the main thing, right? So they produced a certain amount of cars and they only sold a certain amount of cars, and the production went down. The production was up, but the sales, obviously, and deliveries were down. So stock price wise, only 6.5%. I don't think is terrible in my opinion, based on that number. And we're going to look at the charts, and I'm going to tell you what exactly I think could happen moving forward for Mr. Tesla, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so taking a look at Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. So at the current time, it is 6:41 a.m. Central Standard Time. We are looking like we are going to retest that bottom of 160.51, and we're currently undervalued on that RSI, currently in a bearish pattern on the MACD indicator. So I kind of think that we may settle at this level here for at least a few days at 160.51, and then obviously we're going to do one of two things. We're going to move higher or break below that. So we could trade sideways for a while before we make the decision, but if we do fall below that 160.51, then obviously your next number to keep an eye on, I believe, is probably going to be about 150 to 140. And but you know, this right here, this looks like, as far as the fib level goes, is going to be the floor currently. Now this number is going to update. The tip top of 299.29 is going to update probably by the end of the week, which is going to make your new high at about 281. So I do think that there is some potential for it to go lower. So I haven't bought more yet. I'm just kind of going to play this out and see exactly how low we go before we start kind of trading sideways. I think that's going to be the biggest indicator for me that we're ready to start moving back up, is if we find a spot and we just kind of go back and forth. As you see here, we had a big drop down, popped up, big drop down, popped up a little bit. Now we're dropping down again. So, you know, I'm kind of thinking maybe about the 150 to 140 range. I'm going to eye a couple of shares, and then if for some reason we get down to all the way to the $100 mark, which I don't know if that's going to be a possibility, then that would be something I'm going to come in and really load the boat for longer term and just kind of hold. But if we decide to reverse and start moving forward, 190.21, first level of resistance, 213.52, 229.90, 246.28, 266.54, and then, like I said, the very tip top is 299.29. I do think that we could see some more downside, and the reason being, if you take a look at the market in general, I do think that we are due for some type of correction. We have been on the upward trajectory for quite some time, and I feel that we are just kind of starting to see some type of pullback. And let's take a look at the fib level here. You see that we hit the top again, and it looks like we're starting to kind of pull back, and we have some room for downside. It doesn't mean we're crashing, it just means we're correcting. So we hit 5,264 on the S&P, and your first level of support on the S&P is 4,987.97. So I'm kind of watching the S&P 500 market in general, just kind of seeing exactly how it reacts. Kind of base it off of what Tesla may do here in the future. So like I said, this has been just a consistent, steady move to the upside, really ever since last November, October. So we're due for some type of correction again. That means we're crashing, just means we're correcting. So I think Tesla, on top of missing delivery numbers, could fall a little bit more than what you're seeing now. So anyway, that's all I got for you in this one, guys. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.